What sort of society do you see evolving? Which jobs will still be here?
Yes, I'm very worried about AI taking over lots of mundane jobs, and that should be a good thing. It's going to lead to a big increase in productivity, which leads to a big increase in wealth. And if that wealth was equally distributed, that would be great. But it's not going to be. In the systems we live in, that wealth is going to go to the rich and not to the people whose jobs get lost. And that's going to be very bad for society, I believe. So it's going to increase the gap between rich and poor, which increases the chances of right-wing populists getting elected.
So to be clear, you think that the societal impacts from the changes in jobs could be so profound that we may need to rethink the politics of, the benefit system, inequality,
Absolutely, yes.
Universal basic income?
Yes, I certainly believe in universal basic income. I don't think that's enough, though, because a lot of people get their self-respect from the job they do. And if you put everybody on universal basic income, that solves the problem of them starving and not being able to pay the rent, but it doesn't solve the self-respect problem.
So what, you just try to, the government needs to get, it's not how we do things in Britain. We tend to sort of stand back and let the economy decide the winners and losers.
Yes, actually I was consulted by people in Downing Street, and I advised them that universal basic income was a good idea.
And this is, you said 10 to 20% risk of them taking over.
Yes.
Are you more certain that this is going to have to be addressed in the next five years, the next Parliament perhaps? Next
My guess is in between 5 and 20 years from now, there's a probability of about a half that we'll have to confront the problem of them trying to take over.
Are you particularly impressed by the efforts of governments so far to try and rein this in?
I'm impressed by the fact that they're beginning to take it seriously. Yeah. I'm unimpressed by the fact that none of them is willing to regulate military uses. And I'm unimpressed by the fact that most of the regulations have no teeth.
Do you think that the tech companies are letting down their guard on safety because they need to be the winner in this race for AI?
I don't know about the tech companies in general. I know quite a lot about Google because I used to work there. Google was very concerned about these issues, and Google didn't release the big chatbots. It was concerned about its reputation if they told lies. But as soon as OpenAI went into business with Microsoft, and Microsoft put chatbots into Bing, Google had no choice. So I think the competition is going to cause these things to be developed rapidly. And the competition means that they won't put enough effort into safety.
Parents talk to their children, give them advice on the future of the economy, what jobs they should do, what degrees that they should do. It seems like the world's being thrown up in the air by the yes. world that you're describing. What would you advise somebody to study now, to kind of surf this wave?
I don't know, because it's clear that a lot of mid-level intellectual jobs are going to disappear. And if you ask which jobs are safe, my best bet about a job that's safe is plumbing, because these things aren't yet very good at physical manipulation. That'll probably be the last thing they're very good at. And so I think plumbing is safe for quite a long time.
Driving, that's
not driving. No, driving. But no, that's hopeless. That's been slower than we expected. Journalism might last a little bit longer, but I think these things are going to be pretty good journalists quite soon. Probably quite good interviewers too.
Okay, well.